Hello everyone, and welcome to another Howler for an hour. And this time we're going to check out the game Never Mourn, Denying Death. This is a game that kind of had sort of a Diablo, sort of a almost kind of action-y MMO vibe, where you basically play as a necromancer, and it's an action game, but your main focus is on your minions, upkeep of them, and keeping them going as you go. So it's kind of like playing a summoner class in some RPGs, but it's completely focused on that idea, and I thought that was kind of interesting, and I wanted to take a look and see what they have. Now, let's see here. The blurb description says, explore the world of Never Mourn in this rogue-like action adventure. Death is never the end, merely the beginning of your next adventure. Use ancient demons and do battle to close the rifts of Never Mourn. Also, I'm just going to pause to say, I'm going to guess the Zabachi already left, but good night to Zabachi. Unfortunately, I couldn't say anything during the intro, but I hope he has a good night. So this game is in early access, and it looks like it got both positive and mixed reviews, more recently mixed, because apparently people say a lack of content, but what there is good, but the content is lacking, and it does have the price tag of $15 USD. That's a little bit high for an early access game, but that's debatable depending on how the game is. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm personally pretty intrigued by the idea, but who knows? We'll have to see where it goes. But before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can of course consider doing that if you want to. And if you really like the content and you want to, think about coming over to Twitch and hanging out with us live. A lot of this content is, of course, streamed before it's put out into a video. So if you want to come by and lurk or talk or whatever, think about doing so, because it does make a difference, and it's just nice to have people around. So thank you if you do. There's also a Discord community you can check out if you'd like to hang out with more people in a more chill environment outside of streams. We have a coffee link for donations if you'd like to help donate. We do have a donation drives bonus round going on. Our original goal was hit, but we could use a bit more, so we've raised the goal since it got hit so fast as well. Thank you to everybody, and I hope we can fill the second part too. I have good feelings that we can. We'll see though. But if you want to help too, there's of course that donation link. We also have a merch store as well if you want to go over there and buy some things that are neat. But links in description, check them out as you feel, at your leisure. I was going to mix those statements into a new sentence, I think. And of course we have Chrisovs here hanging out. And chill. Hello. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with the tutorial, because when I first started this game, we had cutscene. That cutscene was really cool, by the way, very intriguing. So I guess our character is undead now, but she's also like half not undead. Like, look at her face; she's like Two-Face. So that's interesting. I wonder what her deal is. But the game immediately booted into the tutorial before I could even set options or graphic settings, which some games like to do that. I find that kind of annoying, but let's go ahead and go to the tutorial because it wanted me to go there anyways. Okay, profile 1, yeah, sure. Tutorial, let's do that. I think that's where it was sending me, I imagine. From the ashes to defeat, you awaken from a nightmare, though perhaps you are still within its grasp. Use WASD to move around and the mouse to look in different directions. You can change your keyboard buttons to the options if needed. Press escape and click the wheel at the bottom right to open options. Yep. Examine your surroundings and take the portal and go into the next room. Beware, leaving the light will lead you to a quick death. I don't know, it seems fine. Okay, never mind. Takes a second. So let's figure out my controls first. So it looks like I have a dodge that takes a moment to recharge, but it takes about 1.5 seconds. You see at the bottom of the bar. So the bar at the bottom is very MMO-like. So I have a one skill, like I aim it, and I cast it. I can't cast it right now. Okay. Looks like an aim cast. And then I have R, which summons a minion of some sort, I think. And just hitting left click does some normal attacks. Okay. Travel along the path to the next room. Okay. If Fighting monsters. Only one thing is clear. The catastrophes open rifts between the planes, allowing the creatures of life to enter the realm. Kill these monsters and close each rift. Okay, makes sense. Aria has spells available. You can have up to 3 spells available. You'll unlock more as you progress. Use your attack spell to slay the monsters. Arcane Bolt. Okay. It randomly switched by magic from earlier. Okay. Aria is a battle necromancer. She can resurrect monsters and they will follow her to battle. Your staff has 2 sides. The purple side, death, is used to slay enemies with offensive spells. The green side, life, is used to raise dead monsters and protect your army and yourself with defensive spells. Okay. Press right mouse button to switch to green, then press left mouse to resurrect the flesh rippers. Oh! Oh, I can. So, like, look at that. There's the other bar side. Okay, that's kind of neat. Then I can just raise them. Now I got some guys. Beware, a greater monster has appeared. They are powerful enemies, dangerous skills. Okay. I see, that's why I said the dash. I can raise him too. Greater monsters like this are powerful creatures that will form the core of Aria's forces. As time goes, enemies will grow in numbers and powers. Kill your enemies. Yep. Can do. So I see how that works. Can I not? What can I raise that one? Okay, well. When Aria has been injured, she can heal herself and minions by using healing spells. Press 1 to cast Healing Touch. Some damage inflicted to you is more permanent and can't be healed with your abilities. It is the red portion of your life bar. This is called Fatigue. Can only be removed at sanctuary sites. Okay. So I can't resurrect. I can resurrect those, but I can't resurrect that guy. Maybe I'm not strong enough to resurrect that guy. Or maybe there's a limit, because I can't resurrect any more of those guys now. Okay, let's
on the top left, there is a cap, I think.
You only control a specific amount of greater monsters at the same time. There is displayed at the top left of your screen of the control slots. Lesser monsters such as flesh rippers and impellers occupy different slots. Okay, there's 2 slot types. Aria is able to sacrifice monsters she has resurrected. This will heal her and free up control slots, so she can customize her force. Press R to sacrifice the fire you're aiming at, and resurrect the Arcane Weaver to fill the empty control slot. Okay. Well, that guy doesn't know how to not run into a wall, so... That guy is practically dead anyway, so... Hit that. You too. Dead. I see, so... I have to get rid of this guy to get back. Okay. Because I only have 1 slot for big monsters. You can see it up there in the upper left.
Yep.
Okay, finish the tutorial.
We can't exactly see because there is our Discord stuff, but yeah.
That's true, but there you can kind of see this. Yeah, that's true. It's right over it, isn't it? Okay, don't worry about it. I'll move it.
But yeah, not see that. Yeah.
There. Okay. So I get it. I get how it works. It seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and yeah. So that guy's okay. That guy. So the powerful one we have is basically a caster, I think. Room completed. Get some stuff. Okay. And then move on. There's like crystals over there. It says I can't walk out of the light, but what if I see stuff out there that looks interesting? The rifts contain a reward. Defeat all monsters to obtain it. Okay. What's this guy do? Oh, he gets like a burst attack. I think. Except for it didn't hurt me. So maybe it's like a buff or a debuff? I will say the camera feels weirdly zoomed out. That could save the reward. Actually, was there an option in the menus for that? Camera distance. I mean, I guess you want a little distance, but it just felt a little too far away. That's a bit better. I moved it a little closer. Okay, so this is also a roguelike. I feel like this is a good time to bring that up because this is very roguelike, obviously. So you have a choice of different bonuses. If none of them are interesting, you can choose to refuse it and get some memory shards they can use as a currency later. That's probably our permanent currency between runs. Okay, so gain 60. I don't know what the worth of it is. Let's see. Healing touch +1 gains a full reduce cooldown, more healing, or I make Arcane Bolt better. Let's do that. Okay. I kind of want to know what that green guy does. So... Mine now. I haven't quite figured him out yet, but...
Would be good to have like some stats before...
They could put him here. Wait. Here. Right here. Heretic. Range, greater heal support. Former member of the Cult of Life that is twisted and blind abomination, still tuned to the magic of nature. It's capable of bend the flesh of its allies. Help them fight endlessly and protect itself when need arises. Okay, I think that he sounds useful, but not if I only have one slot for powerful minions.
Yeah.
If he could be backed up by one of these guys, then sure. But... Oh. Okay. And this guy is... so you can find the information, you just have to pause. So Arcane Weaver, range, greater caster, DPS. I like how all the stats are real obvious right at the beginning. Like, here's what they do. Yeah, so... And of course, these little guys here are just flesh rippers, melee lesser DPS, so... Okay.
Here, back.
Okay. Oh, interesting. If I use the heal, then I'm healing as long as I have this staff active, I think. But if I switch modes, then I lose it, I think. So, interesting. And then we got the swords guys, and they are melee greater DPS, which, yeah. Especially as an AoE damage and bleeding. I'll try using one of them for a bit. Okay, what have we got here? AoE buff spell gives enraged to your greater monsters. Okay. More damage, action speed, etc. See the hope. Single target buff spell over time. To regenerate 50% of maximum life during the effect. At the end, release a healing wave for 60% of all healing received during the effect. Mend quickly heals allies in an area around you for 40 HP. So this is a spell. I get to pick a spell. Let's grab the Unleashed Fury. Put it there. Okay. What's the recharge time of that? A whole minute. Okay, got it. Wow! I guess he is enraged. Ow. Got me. Good. Kev definitely gotta be ready to dodge the greater monster attacks. Wow. So I don't think I can attack when I have the green active. Control. +1 greater monster, +2 lesser monsters. Yes! I would like that. I wish I could go... It looks like you can't go back, so I'd like to go back for my spellcaster, but I can't, so I'll go get this guy. There, now I have 2 of those guys. What's this? Oh, Sanctuary. You can spend memory shards to buy upgrades or remove 56 to remove. Okay. I think I'm doing okay. I wonder what the plot is exactly. Like, obviously we had an intro cutscene, but what's happening now? Oh, we got some, like, gunner guys now. I might want the gunner guys. Yay! Okay, I got one of those spellcaster guys. I kind of like having 2 of the warrior guys, though. They're pretty good. Let's see. There's one of the guys that bows. Yeah, I think I'll get some bow guys. Good supplement for my warrior guys, I feel like. Now I have mostly bow guys. Let's see how that does. I feel like they might have a better chance of hitting things. Okay. Enchantments are powerful effects affecting specific aspects of your build. Look out for combinations that work well together as well as we were spells and monsters. Healing with an allied greater minion sends a life lord to your location, which heals you too, and all minions for 20%. That's pretty good. Arrogance. Let's see. If you control no lesser minion, gain arrogance. Oh. Plus 25 action speed, plus 10% move speed, plus 30% more damage, plus 100% cooldown reduction. So if I roll without basic minions, I get a big old buff. Interesting. Whenever you or your army are dealing arcane damage, a chain of lightning strikes 3 nearby. You know what? Arrogance. That sounds interesting. I can still have the greater minions, just not the lesser ones. Okay, there. Arrogance is now activated, I think. Oh, wait! Interesting. Level 1. Yeah, I can level them up, too. Interesting. Okay, let's see how this build goes. Basically means I'll be under attack more, but it might be good. High risk, high reward. High risk, high reward indeed. Ow. I can heal though, so that's good. Jeez, how many more archers are there? Oh, there's like a summoner, isn't there? Help. That's it. Yeah. Okay, maybe having some random Western minions does help quite a bit, actually. Yikes. Ow. Yikes, yikes. That went pretty rough, I gotta be honest. So it looks like if my minion goes down, I can't re-revive them. Looks like. You get one use.
Single use.
I got something called Arrogance, where if I remove all my lesser minions, I do way more stuff. But it's kind of dangerous, too. Just try to increase the power of one category of monsters. Damage dealer monsters gain +2 levels. Tank monsters gain 2 levels. Well, damage dealer makes the most sense here. Yeah, I got pretty beat up with that run, but let's keep going with this. Up. Problem was with that last fight had a summoning. That was my fault. I didn't notice that. The archers are also kind of a problem right now. Ow, ow, wow. Uh-oh. Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Okay, my last spellcaster was having a lot of trouble there. This guy seemed pretty mean. He was using a lot of fire. Pyromancer. Range, greater caster burn, DPS. Sounds about right. Running without minions means you take so much more fire. I don't know if Arrogance is good if you're... I feel like Arrogance is a good skill if you've already gotten skilled at the game, maybe.
Yeah. But then the aggro goes like only to like 3 people and everyone gets just comboed.
Yeah, which is why you gotta be good at the game before you do that. So probably a pro level skill that I picked out there. Dang it. The problem is there's basic mobs that have arrows now, and they're actually kind of a problem. Got that guy up on the fly. Oh gosh! Didn't see that guy come up on me. Okay, Arrogance is well named because having no minions is a bad idea. Oh, I like the bone shield. Grant the shield of greater monster. Ooh, neat. Map allows you to see the map and choose your next encounter. Or chose your next encounter. Shattering Strike. Shadow smashes friendly charges are going to erupt and damage enemies. That seems useful. Double damage to lesser minions. Yeah, that definitely would benefit from that. Allows you to start to give an additional spell. Okay, it looks like level 1 unlocks a lot of things, so it's good that we got that out of the way.
The drama. of the music.
Very dramatic music. Okay, I guess let's hit play again. Customize army spells and talents for starting a new run. Okay. Here's progress to the next level. You can see what you unlock by clicking it. Direct unlocks. Each level you gain grants upgrade points, which you can spend in the upgrade tree. Here you can customize spells. Here you can select the monster you start with. Here you can select the difference of the game. Here you can start the game. I could have figured that last one out, but alright. Oh, it's one of these shield trees. Okay. Oh, I see. It's either do I want to go into the healing part of the staff or do I want to go to the damage part of the staff? I see. Damage dealt maximum health. Damage dealt maximum health. Movement speed? That, I think I'd benefit from more movement speed. Attack speed. Attacks inflicts bleed stacks. That sounds useful too. I'm gonna go up this way then. Which direction do I want to go more towards? Slash deals 20% increased damage and 10% increased speed. That seems really useful too, though. What's that over here? Grants a stack or kill a monster. Consumes a stack or cast a spell. Okay, I'm gonna lean this way. I'm gonna go get a bleed stack and get some movement speed along the way. Yeah. Oh, you can also reset the tree. That's nice in case you change your mind.
Huh.
Okay, and we can choose what I start with. Yeah, Shattering Strike and Arc Convulse. Now that's like a shockwave for me. That's good. And also I can add Bone Shield, which buffs a greater monster. And then starting monsters. I don't get to choose a starting monster. Okay. Alright, this seems to have a pretty good little flow to it. I kind of wonder where the story is after the intro cutscene, but I guess that's because it's early access. Like, what are we doing out here? Is this outside the building we just got out of from in the cutscene? I guess we unleashed some sort of... Oh. Hell upon the world? I don't know. Okay, I can plan my journey forward, knowing what kind of ambushes and bonuses I will encounter. You can view the next encounters here. You can find more information about the encounter here. Okay, well this gives memory shards, a spell upgrade, a monster upgrade. I think the monster upgrades are probably important for me. I'm gonna go this path. And then who's this? That's a spell. Okay. Let's go this way. I'm not starting with minions, but that's okay. So minions can, if you're killing a monster, if you're killing an enemy and they go down, you can revive them. If your revived monster goes down, they're done. Ow. So I guess when it comes to the major monsters, if I like them, I gotta make sure to try to defend them so they don't go down a second time. Oh, and I unlocked... Okay, I unlocked a second monster slot, but that was just for the run. Okay. So I will see another one, but not right off the bat. Okay, lesser monsters gain +1 levels, melee monsters... Or ranged monsters. I think I do prefer the melee ones the most, even if there's more ranged monsters than melee monsters, so I had to think for a second, like, well, I'm gonna get way more monsters that are ranged, but I like the melee guys. If I can keep them alive, that's also very good.
Huh?
Nope. I'll step out of that. Also, when you enter a fight, all your monsters heal, which is very nice, actually. I like that. Okay. Forbidden Power, Lesser Spell Sacrifice. Grants a buff to up to 5 lesser monsters that last 8 seconds. When the buff expires, they are sacrificed. Upon receive the buff, they don't take monster slots anymore. I'm gonna guess they die after 8 seconds, is what they say. But in those 8 seconds, they could do 100% more damage and stuff. And Tranquility releases a pulse that removes every negative effect of your monster. Greater monsters also get 5 bark. Yeah, they get 5 duck barks. Let's see. The next direct damage instance will be avoided. Whoa, wait a minute. So they could just avoid damage 5 hits. That's actually kind of a big deal. And apparently it stacks up to 10 times? What the heck? Wait a minute. That seems really powerful if you care about your greater monsters. And the other one is infuse 3 lesser minions with a powerful bomb, causing them to rush towards the nearest greater minion and detonate. Okay, what is up with all the kill the lesser minion spells? Or I'm going to take Tranquility. That actually looks really powerful. Basically, if I use Tranquility to start a battle, my greater monsters can just take 5 hits. And if I use it more and more, they can keep taking more hits. Like, they just don't get hurt by 5 hits. That's kind of great. Especially if they're fighting other greater monsters. Oh, and it just hits a giant radius, so I don't even have to, like, aim it. That's really good. Okay, I'm gonna use that frequently.
Alright, gives that to you too. Nice.
Does it? Oh, it does give it to... Oh, that's really powerful. Yeah, when I read that, I had to think for a second, like, that sounds too good. But actually, no, it gives it to me as well. Okay, I got the control, so I can get another greater monster and 2 lesser monsters, which is great, because there's one right here. There we go. The melee guys are pretty tough anyway, so giving them invincibility hits, they'll last a bit longer for me now. Sanctuary. I'm actually at full health. I'm doing okay. Well, almost. It says I'm a little hurt, but not much. Oh, another choice. Let's see. Okay, well, there's a monster upgrade that lets increase level of minions. Spell modifier improves one of my spells. Improves one of my spells. If I improve that spell, do I get to choose, or does it just... Because that spell that gives them defense stacks, just invincibility stacks, if I can improve that spell, that'd be pretty good too. I guess I'd rather go for the monster upgrade, but wait, there's a spell modifier before this monster upgrade. Oh, here we go. Let's go this way. I don't really... enchantments are other buffs, which are good too, but... I think this way sounds good. Let's go this path. Then we can learn how spell modifiers work. Wow, that shatter spell is actually really powerful. Ow. Ah, that guy's jumping at me scared me. I thought it was the other guy. No, it's my guy, though, so it's okay. Whew. No problems at all. Okay. Execution spell modifier. Shining Strike instantly kills any monster under 50% life. Well, that's okay. Weaken your retribution. While hit when afflicted by Bone Shield. Oh yeah, I forgot to use that. I should probably buff my guys with that as well. Barb Shield. Whenever ally affected by Bone Shield is hit by an enemy greater monster, it shoots a Nova Bone Fragments, dealing 12 damage and applying a Stack Compel. Well, I didn't get a spell modifier on the spell I wanted, but... Barb Shield. I gotta remember to actually use it, though. You basically can aim it at a minion and give them a shield, but it's only one. You can only do one, so... I'll give invulnerability to both of my melee guys and a shield to one of them, I guess. There. or no damage decks. Yay! Got a little hurt, not too much. Alright. Damage dealer monsters gain +2 levels. That is like the best one because that covers most monsters. You notice that? Like that's the best one right there.
Mm-hmm.
So now my monsters are level 2 each, so that's a good start. And these guys are level 4 because they actually got another buff from another thing. I think. So that's not bad. Yeah, I could basically just take out a major monster on my own with my 2 spells, which is pretty good. Yeah, somebody weaken me. That guy. Okay. I lost exactly 1 guy. I'd say that's pretty good. And I got a little bit hurt, but doing okay. Next level, let's see how we do. The coast. We're at the coast. Okay, I could do an event where you have to make choices. Great awards are really waiting you, but will you be willing to pay the price? Well, we gotta do an event. That sounds interesting. Let's get a... spell upgrade? Memory shards. I guess spell upgrade. I'd kind of like a monster upgrade, but... Oh, I could do a monster upgrade and then go to the event. Actually, I'll do that. I didn't realize there was 2 choices. Oh, he tried to dodge away, but I still got him because that range was good. The biggest problem here, I think, is just those dang... The dang archers are actually kind of problematic. They're good at just, like, getting little bits of damage on me and making my health bar go down. They're not gonna kill me, but they're gonna weaken me for later. Okay, damage dealer, go up. Yeah, wait. 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 Am I only increasing the level of my minions? For the damage dealer thing? Maybe I wasn't reading the text very well. Well, whatever. Those guys are real strong now. I guess I'll make it work. I guess there is a downside to damage dealer. Let's go do an event. What's that? As each step towards the dark figure, an overpower sense of inevitability grows within you. She, no, this version of you seems to be the source. So you sense her anguish, her overwhelming need to share her burden. You feel you only need to take her hand to remember. The idea repels you. It's been so hard to forget. Why does she help this dark reflection by sharing her troubles? Yes, it feels right. You remain face to face, staring at each other while you hesitate. If I accept, I choose one enchantment. Oh, you're afflicted with 2 random curses, but you get to choose an enchantment. Sure, whatever. Let's find out. You realize she's mirroring your movements perfectly. Your hands finally touch, separated by the invisible barrier. And invisible barrier. Your images meet. The feeling is overpowering. The memories which resurface tear you apart. A soulless face, a small, motionless hand, a shattered death mask. Oh, that's a death mask, I see. That wasn't her face being skeleton. It was a mask. You're overwhelmed at first, and the pain takes on a familiar form once more. Suddenly you feel broken. When you recover your senses, you realize your dark reflection has vanished. You're not leaving empty-handed, but was this really the right decision? You or your monsters get 10% in reduced healing efficiency. Oh, okay. You and your monsters get 10% damage taken. That's a little more oof. That's a bad mix, actually. Oh, I get to straight up pick an enchantment. Oh, from a huge list. That seems kind of good. Let's see. Your minions gain 30% more maximum HP, but cannot gain barrier. Am I using barrier? Is that what the shield is, I assume? Or maybe it's the defense buff, the invincibility. I don't want to lose that. Let's see. Tank self gets below 20%, they become banished and create a spectre of it. Oh. Obliteration. Arcane damage instantly kills any monster below 15 health, making them explode and deal more damage. Other things. If you control exactly what tank minion, grants them a buff. 30% damage reduction, 50% more damages, 50% more HP. Damn! That's not bad at all. But I'd have to get rid of one of my tanks if I do that.
It's just one boy.
Whenever a gray minion dies, create a burner. Well, I don't want that to happen. Whenever it raises a lesser minion, another lesser minion of the same type is created. Oh! So you can raise 2 minions at once, basically, of one. That's kind of useful. Okay, let's see. Sacrifice Wizard gets focus. Tanks gain 25% more HP. Whenever a non-tank minion takes damage, 40% of the damage is redirected to a tank. That's interesting. So basically, my tanks would have more health, but any damage taken by anything that isn't the tank on my guys would be damage they take too. That's not necessarily bad, actually. That's kind of good.
Yep.
I think I'll take that.
So your minions also aren't dying.
Yeah. Oh, and this one's tank monsters get more health, but slower. Oh, that sounds good. %3 more melee damage per 100 maximum life for melee minions and you. There's a lot to read, so I'm just going through. Lesser minions get better? Just better? I do have them at level 6, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. That might be good too. I'll get that. I feel like since I leveled them up so much, I may as well make them better. Yeah. Though that other one for the tank I want to get too if I see it. Oh gosh, oh gosh! Oh, they silenced me, that's very rude. I'm gonna stay back for a second, and then I'm gonna do this. There. No. I lost the tank, but at least there's one here. Oh, there's 2 here, actually. Oh, there's a tank there, but he got stuck, so it's okay. I got very hurt there. That's okay. My minions are holding up just fine, though. They haven't gone down yet. So I guess that buff benefited them, yeah. Let me take this guy. The tanks are actually really dangerous. They're good at aiming their attacks. You actually have to actively dodge or you'll probably get hit. Okay. Let's see. A spell. Shockwave. Applies exposure. Take more arcane damage. Okay. It does damage too. Yeah, let's do that. Another choice. What's this? Your control. Oh, this is a long... I don't know if I'll beat this. We'll see. Spell upgrade. Enchantment. Event. Well, I think... Let's go with enchantment. Excuse me. I cough on almonds, apparently.
Oh boy.
By the way, I have a different tank. That one's blue. That one has more health. Okay, I think there was 2 blue tanks last time. I didn't realize there was a difference. Oh, is that big guy over there? Ah! Scary. Oh, I'm at 3 health. Maybe I should do something about that.
Yeah.
Things to notice. That. I wish I had a ranged attack. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was just distracted, I guess. Ow. We got a little decimate there. Rip melee guy. Well, you know what, though? This looks like a melee guy, too. Hi, you're mine now. I kind of feel like... Yeah, let's get some bonus. I didn't actually give him fair shake last time. I used arrogance last time. I guess... Wait, is that a melee guy? No. Okay, I guess
I don't think you have a choice. Yeah.
I'll take the burn guy. Okay. Healing grade minions is a life flurry location. Does that doesn't affect the red health thing though? Oh, there's arrogance again. I'll grab the hopeful harvest, I guess. Admittedly, I'm doing less healing and more just trying to take out things before I need to. I'm trying to burn things. But let's see here. Oh wait, this is Sanctuary. Shattering Strike +2. I mean, I guess I could heal. Let's just heal. You seem like you're worth... Oh, I can't grab you because I haven't lost guys yet. Okay. In a bit, then. Okay. You do burn like that. Okay. No. I'm learning things. I don't know who I'm trying to attack, but let's attack over there. Sure, that helps somehow. Oh, wait. There. Okay. Yeah, there's a sword guy there. There's also that sword guy, too. I think this big brute's actually pretty good. From what I can tell, he just kind of exists. Let's grab you? Okay. There we go. And was... I wonder if my archer lesser minions were doing better than the melee ones. I couldn't really tell. I think it's good to have a mix, probably. Control. +1 monster, +2 lesser... Oh, I can have... Oh, I probably should have noticed that. Okay. That's fine. There's this guy. So the pink tanks are the worst ones. They have less health, but... I mean, that doesn't mean they're useless. I'll still take them. Okay. And one more melee. Okay, now we're getting a little group together. Okay, let's see. Mayhem. That area contains 2 additional greater monsters in fight. Ooh, so does that ambush contains 1 greater. Oh, that makes them harder. I get a spell modifier. Well, I think I'll pass that and go around and get an event, and then get a monster upgrade. Which I want to go 2 enchantments. I could go 2 enchantments. I'll do that. That does require going through an ambush, but... Wait, how is it an ambush if I know I'm going into it? I think the trick is the dangerous spellcasters, if they're distracted by something else, go in and hit them, because they're not going to be doing too much then. Ooh, that perfect lineup. There we go.
We just spin.
I noticed my 3 skill doesn't do much damage, but importantly, it does stun the enemy though. And also, yeah, the spinny spin. What? Okay, that went pretty well. Okay, here's a question. Oh yeah, actually it's not really much of a question. I'm sorry, but you're weak. Go away. I want the big guy. I just want big things that distract and take a lot of damage before dying, so I think that's good. Let's see. Ignite, Chaos Spot also applies 5 burn. 5% of maximum health with fire damage over 6 seconds. That could be good on guys with a lot of health. Healing Touch also heals 5 nearby allies for 25%. Applying Bone Shield also grants Enrage to the monster. Oh, that could be good, actually. That makes all their stats crazy. I am using that, so... I'm habitually putting that on somebody, so... That'll just make them go crazy for a bit. That one's crazy now. Let's see what he does. Yeah, the red one there, he's like going nuts. He's faster, he's doing more damage. He's very good. Ow! I got hit by a lot. I do take a lot of damage when I actually get hit, so that's kind of a problem. But... Woof! I hit both of them. Take that. Ooh, get destroyed. Oh no, they took down one of my big guys. How rude.
Yep.
Oh, they're their own big guy, I think. Understandable. That's okay, though. I can replace. Ah! That was a huge shockwave. Wow. many attacks coming? Uh-oh. Oh, I was gonna say, wait, it's just big heavy guys against me. That went bad all of a sudden. They just stacked their own melee guys and beat me up. Life Blade, buff heal tech. Very dramatic music, though, you're right. Oh, I got 2 levels. Control an additional Lester. Okay, I get to start with additional Lester Monster. Seed of Hope. Buff spell over time. I got a lot of buff spells also. I've unlocked Flesh Rippers to start with. I've got an additional Barrier Monster to start with now. That's nice. And spell Arcberry. A slicing wave that passes through enemies and silences them. That'd be good against the spellcasters. And grants 8% of your maximum life as barrier per enemy hit. Ooh, if I hit a whole bunch, then I get a barrier, which is like a shield, I guess. Let's look at the codex. So I've already seen most of the monsters. There's only a couple I haven't. So, and I've seen them. Okay, we have all the basic. We have seen half the life, a little bit of the death. There's a lot more over here for enchantments. I'm kind of noticing, like, this is fun, but I think I see what people are saying with the mixed reviews, because
you played for 1 hour, so yeah.
It already feels like it's a little bit samey, you know? I mean, there's still a lot of stuff to get and upgrade and stuff, but I have a distinct feeling there's like maybe 3 areas in total that you go through, and then you're probably done. Maybe? I don't know. Because there's not that many enemy types, so I'm just thinking like maybe there's enough enemy types left for a 3rd area, and then after that they'd have to repeat a bunch. So I feel like it's content lacking for... Now, it's early access, and that's excusable, technically. If it still feels like a fun gameplay loop, but an unfinished roguelike is... Well, roguelikes are games that the idea is that there's a wealth of content which invites you to keep coming back, right? And keep doing more and more runs. So if that content isn't there yet, it's kind of hard to justify it. Like, yeah, there's a huge talent tree, but if the content you're playing through is a little samey, again, like, I'm kind of confused why I have already seen every enemy except for 2. Maybe those are bosses or something. It kind of feels a little like, wow, already? Like, it's kind of was quick, I felt. I think I like the idea of Life Blade or Nullifying Strike. Let's switch these up. Nullifying Strike. Yeah. I prefer having attacks on the green side, even if they are doing healing stones. That would be better. And I did... Wait, I thought you said I unlocked some monsters. Well, it said I did, but I don't have any available. Okay.
Where?
It specifically said I unlocked the Flesh Ripper guy, but nope. Oh, I can't even play on the hard difficulty, so I need to unlock them at level 10. And 20. Okay, well, I guess that's fair. I guess I'll do one more run. I know the timer's just about out, but let's try one more real fast, aggressive run and see what happens. Spell upgrade. Enemy shards. Spell. Yeah, the problem is not the fact it's in early access. The problem is not the fact that there's not enough. There's not really it's not really finished content. Let's take actually a breather before I do this last run. Let's take a quick look at. So the problem is this: if it is devoid of, if it doesn't have much content, then a $15 asking price is a little bit rich on the rich side if it's limited in content. Now it feels weird. It feels weird and flip-floppy. Like, it's very limited on enemy variety, but it's very robust in its skill tree. It kind of feels like certain elements of the game got developed a lot further at this point, but other elements are not very deep. You know? That's what it feels like. One Why early access? We're happy with the work we've done in the project. Consider it now ready to be put in the hands of players. We're a team of 4. We'll need more time to complete the scope. We're going to seize the opportunity to let our community help us polish the game as we finish it. We know we can count on you because of how amazing you were during the public demo. This should exist. Early access should last at least a few months. How long exactly? Something we can have a pretty clear perspective. We don't want to drag it on for years with a lot of unfeatured finished features hanging around, no clear perspective on release. So the full version will have an end of the game, final battle against a deadly opponent. We'll bring more content. Want to add new features, bug fixing. Okay, here we go. What did I say? I had a prediction. Look at this. I didn't read this before. What is the current state of early access? 3 biomes. I was right. There's 3 areas. 15 monsters with their elite variants. Okay. 19 spells, more than 30 enchantments. Yeah, there's 3 biomes. Okay. The second biome is a lot longer than the first. I assume the third biome is about the same length as the second, or maybe a little longer. Some stuff is placeholder. Will the game be priced differently during and after early access? Depending on how long it'll last and how much content we have to the game, the price may vary. Rest assured we'll communicate with you on those matters when we know there will be some changes. So the answer is we're not answering. Okay. That's not really an answer in any way, in any direction. But yeah, I mean, I personally feel like they should have maybe $10. $10 would have been a little more reasonable for what I'm seeing so far. I do appreciate that you unlock stuff, though. You level, you unlock stuff permanently. I do appreciate that in a roguelike. I don't think that it's completely lacking in content or anything, but I just think that it's... I feel like kind of weird whenever I'm like, oh, early access game, and then I look at it and I'm like, yeah, it is very clearly early access, and then I look at the price tag and it's $15 or more, and I'm just like, that doesn't seem like an early access price, you know? It seems a little much. I like the gameplay loop, though. I just wonder how... I wonder if it's deep enough to justify the price. I'll look at some reviews, though, after this run, because I'm a little curious to read what some other people are saying. I feel like what the main thing people are saying that's mixed reviews is basically a lack of content. I feel like to know how much content a game you have, you need to play it a fair bit, a lot of times. But you can kind of look at signs here and there, too, as you go. Like, oh, yeah, I've done, an hour of gameplay and I've already seen all of this, which is, like, that's kind of a sign, like, oh, well, maybe that is a little shallow. I don't have any problems with the enemies we're fighting, by the way. I think they all serve different purposes. They're well designed. But if there's not that many, that's questionable. Oh. Whoa, Shattering Strike is 4 levels. Whoa, 4 levels for this? That's crazy. Yeah, Shattering Strike is my most powerful attack. Give me. Oh yeah, what do these attacks do? So I have a life scythe thing. What did that do? I just kind of raised it. Grants an effect of 3 charge. During the effect, hitting an enemy with a melee attack creates a healing pulse. Oh, so I can basically... Oh yeah, I see. It's active when I switch back to the other mode. So one thing that I didn't make clear is that if my staff's in green mode, I actually can't attack. It can only attack in red mode, like my basic melee. So I guess you switch to this, you apply the life blade, which does recharge pretty fast. Then you start hitting things with that effect, and then you create a healing pulse and heal people around you. That's actually a good way to heal. I like that. I don't think it heals me, though. I'm not sure. The other one is a nullifying strike, which just silence and gives me a barrier. Let me test that out, too. How's that work? Okay. That's a pretty wide swing. That's going to hit a lot of enemies. It grants me more barrier the more enemies it hits, so if it's a nice big wave like that, I'll hit it quite a bit. Like that. Now I have a shield. Oh, I can do it again? Oh, wow, that recharges pretty fast for giving me a shield.
The shield doesn't last till that much either.
Oh, how long does it last, actually? Let's see. Oh, yeah, it immediately starts draining, I see. But if I hit a lot of enemies, it'll last longer. That's the thing. Let's see. Ooh, if Swift Slice kills a greater enemy, it immediately resets and can be used again. That's interesting. Also slows the enemy and prize bleed. That seems pretty good. Oh, Master Resurrection would be a good panic spell. Immediately resurrects 5 lesser monsters around me. I'll do Swift Slice. Can I see how that works? Oh, that doesn't dash very far, does it? I have to be kind of in their face. Not quite, but... I thought they would go a bit further. So I gotta dash into them and then get away from them, I guess, because it could be dangerous to me. Yeah, it's a little hard to use that effectively, but I see how it works. Okay, more greater monsters. Give me you. You. And you. And Sanctuary, which I can't benefit from because it's too early in to really do anything with. Unless I were to get Spirit Shards off a room choice. Speaking of... Oh, these are identical! There's no choice here. Oh, no, that's not true. This is an ambush which has 1 additional greater monster. This is an invasion with 3 additional. 3 additional lesser monsters. Oh, I'll take that. Doesn't sound too bad. I like how my minions sometimes mostly quiet, but occasionally just go rat, rat, rat. Oh, thanks for teleporting to my attack. Might have the mini, lesser achievement, lesser minions gain, all that stuff. That's the one I like, so I'll probably grab that. Okay, yeah. Let's make them, because they were holding up really good with that, actually. How rude. By the way, I did get an instant recharge on that one. It was pretty good. Very good at
Oh.
It doesn't even take that long to recharge, so I guess I'm not too upset about its melee range being limited, because it actually is really good. It does a ton of damage, too. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So far, no deaths. I've lost you guys. Let's see here. Debuff smell modifier. Hidden enemies with nullifying strike grants you positive effects they have before every positive effect they have before removing them. Oh, that's interesting. Shattering strike creates burning ground on its path. That's interesting too. And then terrorizing slice. Killing a greater monster with swift slice inflicts terror within a 10 meters radius on other enemies. Terrorize when it reaches 100 stacks. Fear. Applies fear when terrorizing. What does that mean? What does fear do? It doesn't tell me. I'm gonna pick Scorched Earth. Burn them.
So from what I gather, fear does nothing, but terrorizer that does it.
It said that fear is triggered at 100 terror stacks. I think that's what it said. So that thing applies terror, and if there's 100 terror, then they get fear, and then I don't know, maybe they run away or something. I'm not really sure.
Probably.
Oh, I didn't actually kill them, dang. I was trying to get the killing blow on that guy. Did not actually do it. Oh, the burning ground, yeah. Ha! Burn, fire guy! I don't know how that works, but I'll take it. The guy who casts fire is burning. Works for me. Yeah, the first level's kind of just like a intro level, and then the second level actually has some length to it. It's kind of weird level design, though, isn't it? It's like this big old expanse, but if I try to travel outside of it, I take damage. Like, why is there a big old expanse if I can't explore it? That's very strange. An event. So that event actually got me killed, though, because I took so much damage, so I think I'll skip that. Well, let's go... Spell upgrade, memory shards, monster upgrade, spell upgrade. Let's do that path. That is an ambush. That's fine. Whee! Rah! There's a guy. I didn't kill him with that. Dang it. That's okay. Killed that guy with it, though. I guess you could tell because of that cool effect that happened. Oh gosh, what the heck happened there? I guess I walked into some problems. Hold on. Actually, you know what? This could take this. Owie! Yeah, you can take just so much damage all of a sudden. That's fine, that guy's an upgrade anyways. Same with this guy. Trying to find the archers is kind of hard. They're kind of lost in the haystacks, so to speak. They do have different icons, but it's kind of hard to pick them out. There we go. Melee monsters gain +2. I gotta look at this. So, melee monsters means all +1. Okay. If you look at this list here, it looks like it applies to greater and lesser monsters here. Okay. So that should apply to all of them. Yeah, it looks like it. But it doesn't apply to the impalers because they're ranged lesser. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna get rid of them. I'm sorry, your service was very limited because I decided to change what I was doing. There you go. Yeah, I like the instant recharge of that. It's very high risk, high reward, because I've got to get in the face of things, so... And recharge it again. Wasted it there, that's okay. I had to recharge it, that's pretty cool. There's a guy. That looks like a guy that could... Okay, I didn't kill him, but I can slash all the same. I thought the pink guy was going down, but he stayed up. Good for him. Good work, buddy. Good work. You know what your reward is? Is dying anyways because there's a guy to replace you. No, no, come back. He's like right away. He's like, no! There. Oh, okay, so light blue is really... Oh, wait. So light blue is weaker. Go away. Dark blue is better, this one. Or black, or whatever you want to call it. Those colors are kind of similar, but yeah, one has more health, so I assume it's better. Swiss Life gives 1 plus...
Do they have any hunking, like, in glossary or something?
They probably do. Let me check. Executioner. Bleed and AoE damage. No, next time I end up with one of the other colors, I'll compare them. But I just saw the most HP is on that guy, so I just like, I want that. one of those big guys. Put him on burning ground. That helps. What doesn't help is the fact I took a bunch of damage, but that's okay. That's alright. I can deal with that, too. I'm sure. They got that under control, I guess. Oh no, another big guy. Hell yeah, I got reach. Okay, well, I lost that guy, but obviously these guys are good too. Let's compare. Juggernaut is way slower, understandable. Take a human to punishment. Because of its impressive size, it can easily be outpaced to stay out of harm's way. I don't feel like the enemies are smart enough to do that, outpacing. But let's see here. Do you think that two of the big... what do you think is better? Two of the shield warriors or two of the big guys? What would you pick?
Like the other guys are like kind of like on the brink of death by the end of the battle every time.
Yeah, I guess a little more health would probably be good. There is a stronger version of the warrior guys. I think we haven't seen them though. I think at least. I think that's the case. Oh, Unleash Fury. That is a good one. But I am out of spell slots. Mass Resurrection could be handy. I'm gonna get that. Just a quick way to panic revive. Basically, I can quickly get 5 minions to help me out if things go bad. Okay, let's see. Sanctuary over there. Enchantments. Powerful effect for your army. Oh, you can actually see what monsters you're going to go up against, by the way, which is kind of good.
Yep.
This group is a little less scary than that group, I think. That group's the most scary because I think it has a Juggernaut. I think that's what that is. Yeah, Juggernaut. Best to avoid Juggernauts unless I want to recruit them. Oh, wait, you could just look at the stats here. So the Executioner, the dark blue one, 355.5. The light blue one's Spellbreaker, mobile and dangerous for casters. They have the same speed, though, and they just have less health. I feel like the Executioner's is better than... anyways, I'm gonna go this path.
Why do they have a different name in the same thing?
Well, one of them has 50 less health, so he's different, I guess.
Where?
Not saying it's a good difference, it is a difference. Oh, interesting. I can interrupt my own attack by swinging. I just noticed that.
HP.
I know. What's saving cast I get? I actually said I'm having a problem of losing what are the enemies in the big fight. Like losing track of what I'm fighting, basically. And there's a lot of minions, basically, so it can be easy to lose track. Not everybody survived, though. I mean, that guy hit a little bit. When you raise a lesser minion, another lesser minion of the same type is created. Does that combine with the Panic 5? Probably. That means I could panic raise 10 at once. That could be good. The other two are whenever an enemy grave minion dies, create something or other. And then igniting strike. Your next attack does the explosion, or focus, reduce cooldown recovery. I'm gonna do twin rebirth. I feel like that makes the panic button even better of a panic button.
If you're gonna use the panic button, to be honest.
Tank monsters gain 2 levels. Shatter Strike plus 3. Shatter Strike is 3 levels. Damage Dealer. Damage Dealer monsters gain 3 levels. No, that's better. It's a little more expensive, but it's better. I don't know if that affects... Yeah, it's affecting the Flesh Rippers, but that's actually part of my plan. What were you saying, though, Christoph? Sounds like you had some advice.
And it's just like reviving minions. I don't know. You yourself are so squishy that I think you of dying before the minions.
Well, true, but I can. It's a radius around me, so I can just run away, panic, and hit with the button. So that's why I'm gonna. There's the minion. I was like, sometimes I'm like looking for the greater monster because I know there's one around, but I don't know where it is. Control! 1 more Grey and Mustard, 2 more Lesser. Can I... Oh. You? No, not you. No, maybe you. Probably you. Wait, that guy... Wait, hold on. Look at this. See this guy? See this blue guy here? Just normal portrait? Look at this blue guy over here.
Huh.
Yeah, he has more health. He has a health buff or something. What's up with that? Let's see. Healthy. Buff. Gameplay Take Elite. Buff. Gameplay Take Elite. I think there was supposed to be something said there that was just bracket Gameplay Take.
Gameplay Tag.
So it's a special buff. Oh, that's interesting. Look at this. The Juggernauts don't count for the +6 level the Executioners get. Interesting. Yeah, that guy... I think I had one last time, and that's why I was like... I saw the one with more health. That's why. Because some of them can sometimes they can have a buff that makes them better in some way. Okay. Oh, that choice is here. The right side looks real dangerous because there's a bunch of debuffs that would affect me. Hence the little red exclamations. So let's look at this side. Well, the importal's over there. Monster upgrade. Enchantment. Spell. Yeah, let's go in the middle. Oh no, I got interrupted when I was trying to hit something because he did a lunge and I didn't expect it. Now I gotta go heal on something. There, that works. What's kind of confusing me is sometimes some of my attack skills I have to press the key and then aim and left click, and some of them are just press the key and they happen. And so I'm getting thrown off a few times where it's like, oh no, what am I doing? I'm surprised my guys haven't died yet. They actually held on, that was pretty good. Tank monsters gain 3 levels. It affects... It's weird you can't mouse over the icons here. You think you should be able to, but you can't. So, it looks like... Okay. Melee plus 1 grade... So this would affect specifically the big guys. Because they're tanks, but it wouldn't affect the sword and shield guys.
Huh.
Well, except for it would affect the pink one, sword and shield guys. The weakest variety? Huh. So... Do I up my tank? Well, they are good. Those tanks are good. They last a long time. Probably given the failure levels is probably good. Plus, that balances them out with the others, because previously they didn't have any buff. They were level 3, so that balances them out with the others. Now, actually, everybody's balanced now. That's probably a good idea. What's the problem? You know what the problem with the archers is? I always dodge too early. Because they take so dang long to actually attack that I keep getting thrown off by that. The execution strike is quite useful if you use it right. Is there a bad guy over here? I can't tell. Or a big guy? I don't know. I don't know if there's actually a big guy. I think we're dead. We lost a guy, but that's okay. Just means another tank for me. They actually got quite the health buff when I gave them those levels. Now they're at 742. I think they were at 100 less than that before.
Okay.
Whenever an ally get healed, I know there's a lot of bad text in this game, like where it messed, like whenever an ally get healed. Like, melee minions and you deal 3% more melee damage per 100 maximum life. Oh, that's for the big guys that would be an additional 21% more damage. That's actually pretty good. I'll take that.
Increases your own damage also.
That's true. Granted, I don't know if it means max health because I only have 118 right now, but
you kind of need to heal up again. Yeah.
Gee, do I accept this? I don't know. Sacrifice 1 elite greater monster. Receive 1 rare spell. I don't care about spell upgrades. It might give. Well, I get to pick, but. But wait.
Also, I mean, you can revive another great monster.
I could just get another monster, can't I? Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's, unless it takes the slot, like the slot for the monster. Yeah, just sacrifice 1 of the big guys. I can get another one later. He's in the middle of dying, but let me get this ability first. Oh, I don't get to pick from a big list this time. I just get to pick one of them. That's fine. Shattering Strike plus 3. 3 more on to Shattering Strike. How many? Yeah, Shattering Strike's level 8 now. And has a fire burning buff, so I guess that these curse things can like the first time that was some crazy debuffs. This time it was just kill a monster for a second. So the amount of buffs and debuffs can vary. Interesting. It's good to know. I'll go this way. Wow, get destroyed. Yeah, it's very powerful now. Okay, I handled that, just basically solo that guy, okay. I actually hit that guy. Whoa, where's he? Where are you aiming that? Jeez. He like turned rapidly. Okay, clear that. Are we done with aggressive waves? No, not quite. That guy won't last long though. Yay! Lots of stuff. Okay, let's see. I guess I should always look. Oh, this guy has like. So look at this. He has some buffs too. But I have to resurrect him and find out what it is. Okay. I'd like to note that I don't think my basic minions have died for a while.
Yeah.
They're just kicking.
Which makes your third healing spell just kind of more.
I guess it kind of does. Yeah. Oh, okay. Big group. Oh no 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 no! Hold on.
It'll be the final battle. Oh my god.
Oh gosh! The problem with my healing is I have to melee to heal, so that's actually dangerous now I think about it.
No.
Dang, that was really close though.
Yep.
Just size. Oh, I unlocked your
right by
size
the
permanently
gate.
now. That's nice. What's that?
It was right by the gate.
Oh, almost level 6, but not quite. That's so rude. And right by the gate, yeah. Almost finished that area. There's a third area though, so it wouldn't have been the end, but I think that's a good stopping point. I see why people probably have mixed reviews. Let's read a few of those. I said I was going to look at those, and I'm going to do that. Let's open that up and take a look. So yeah, basically either people really were fond of the game or they noticed that there wasn't enough content and they had a problem, basically. Here's the most top critical review. Let's take a look for Fracture here. Because this gives us a little bit more of a look beyond the Howler itself. So, I can't recommend this game in its current state, says Fracture. It's flawed on a fundamental level.
You're 7 hours in your record.
Wait a minute, you played less than me. I can't trust your critical review. I mean, I would probably have a better opinion than him. But let's see what he experienced nonetheless. The Necromancer gaming play loop is interesting but gets stale fast. Apparently very fast for you. If you had more playtime, that statement would have more weight. The game is super bare bones. Yes, early access was really starved over here, especially how much of a slog the core gameplay loop is. Not to mention how claustrophobic it feels. You have to stay within a big circle of fight, and within a narrow path is going to be new fight zones. You get the impression the game is nothing more than a facade enough. It's afraid you'll go anywhere because they didn't really plan for it. I do wonder why you can walk out of the zone, but then you just die. Like, why is there so much space? I don't really understand that. I can only assume this because the AI is very simplistic, attack the nearest enemy. I think the enemy's AI is just fine. If the enemy just went after you or whatever, it'd feel really annoying. Everything feels odd and clunky. I can only hope that it gets updated with drastic overhaul, but it seems unlikely as it does seem to be racing towards a full release, which is just more of this. I can't say I'd be happy. That's a big assumption. I don't know if I'd say they're racing towards a full release. My problem with them is I think the price is a little high for early access, but I don't see them racing. Then again, I did notice when they said up here that they said about how long to be in early access, they said at least a few months here. I kind of feel like if the content is a little low, that it's going to need more than a few months probably to actually reach a full release state, but we'll see. Yeah, that's just an assumption. A shame since it has one of the more satisfying necromancy mechanics I've seen, but nothing more. I feel like this is a review that feels like it'd be smartly written by somebody who has, I don't know, 8, 10, maybe a bit more hours put into it. This feels like a very confident review from somebody that hasn't even played for an hour. If this person had clocked a lot more hours, I think I'd trust their opinion. But at this amount of playtime, I have played more than them. I am technically more researched on this game than they are at this point. So, yeah, a lot of reviews are pretty positive, though. That's a good point. Freeze for immersion sake, we have the characters some combat voices. Well, early access, they probably will add sounds later. Hard to put down, just one more run before bed, also type of game. I do have to say, it does have that one more run value. I was debating quitting after the last run, and then I decided, nah, I'll go one more. So, yeah, it does have that. This person thinks the game's pretty cheap. I guess it's not too much money. It just feels like a bit much for early access. Yeah, most people like it. Dev has been MIA for a while, but recently got back to updating the game. Oh, that's interesting. We got offered a key very recently as well. So I guess the dev took a break from developing the game, then came back and then wanted to make a good push to say, hey, I'm back, guys, and then they offered a review key to us because they're trying to get some new activity going, I think. Okay, let's see here. This is a person with 4.3 hours on record with a negative. Let's see what they have to say. Maybe they can give a bit more insight. Because the other guy, confidently inexperienced, unless he had played on a different account or something, maybe that, I guess it's always possible that the 0.7 guy could have played on another account or something, and that's why he doesn't have much playtime. But let's see here. Most of the upgrades in the game have more downsides than they do positives. Well, I don't know. Most upgrades seem okay. Sometimes I get an upgrade that I feel like, okay, I don't really care. But enemies will randomly focus on you instead of your minions, leading to you randomly explode and die. That does happen. I think what happens is that enemies will go after whatever's closest. But if they kill one of your guys, then they break off and they can just suddenly back attack you, which can be very troublesome. I'm definitely taking damage and dying out of nowhere. I die out of nowhere. I'm like not expecting it. Because
you're very squishy.
Well, I'm very squishy, and for better or worse, there's a lot on the battlefield. You know, there's tons of my guys, there's tons of their guys, and it's easy to mix them up because, I mean, we have the same enemies. You know, we're using the same guys as the enemies, so the only difference is the color, and that can kind of get lost in the shuffle when there's a ton of stuff going on. So sometimes I have an enemy sneak up on me, and I think it's one of my guys, and it's not. But yeah, lesser minions die too easily. I don't actually think they do. I think I die easier than they do. A lot of abilities and upgrades are generally weak. I kind of feel that. I do kind of feel that. There were some good upgrades, but there's a number of upgrades where I was just like, eh. Allies tend to stay consistently under level compared to monsters you end up fighting as the rest of the game. It did feel like my guys took a lot of their health. Like, a lot of their health was being taken out. Like, they were lower level than they were fighting. Unless you're really focused on getting levels to them, but that's sort of luck-based, too. Leveling abilities takes way too many levels to get an upgrade version. At least I assume that's what it is. Never got one maxed out before a class. The fact the closest I've gotten is over halfway level, just insanity. I don't know what they mean by that. Do they mean the in-game upgrades when you get an item and it's like, hey, I can, like, this can increase your skill level or something? I don't know what they mean by that.
I think they mean, like, for example, like your spell. For example, your shattering thingy, you got level 8, but that was even like closer to halfway done.
Oh yeah, there's so many levels, it feels like it's impossible to level something up all the way. Your own character is way too squishy. Even getting hit once in the third tier map can kill you if you have under 300 HP. That's ridiculous, and I'm not surprised he's saying that. I don't think he's exaggerating, given how squishy I was on the second map. They need to overhaul a lot of the abilities and functions of the game. It's a roguelike for F's sake. You're supposed to feel powerful. I feel like my guys are pretty strong and I have pretty good abilities, but yeah, I kind of wish like I feel like we're too squishy. It's just death could just kind of happen, and it feels really confusing. There's so much going on the battlefield that I feel like they should give you a little leeway as far as your health bar goes. You should be a little tankier. I definitely think that, because everything just kills you. Wait, what's this? Did not mourn. Positive. Developers responded. What do they have to say to this? I'm kind of curious. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you did not mourn.
I mean, it's the name of the game.
It is. So, what's interesting here, though, is that the top critical review is not one I think is a critical review. Like, this is the top one on Steam, right here. But I disagree. I guess there's some other critical reviews in Chinese, though, if I scroll over here. Let's take a look. Or, I'm sorry, Chinese and Korean. I kind of wonder what they have to say. 1 second. I'll load this on a browser so I can translate these. So yeah, mixed reviews. I kind of feel like I'd have a mixed review too, mostly because I'm not certain, right? I haven't played enough. I think I'd have to play like over 10 hours to finally go like, yep, there's not enough content. But I kind of feel like that is probably the case. Like, it feels like it's going that direction.
Yeah.
I actually found more negative reviews by going to the website. Weirdly enough, when I went off of Steam, because I was using the Steam, just the Steam the program to find those reviews. But when I went to a browser version of the Steam page for the game, I got different reviews. That's weird. I'm just trying to look for something that has more. Okay, here we go. Here, finally, I was looking for somebody with actual experience giving a negative review. You know, a negative review that actually has some experience to it. Anyways, here's a good one. Let's read this one to finish off. So here is Sornflaith. Take a look what they've done. They've done 28.9 hours. That's more like it. So now here's the thing. They reviewed though. Here's the interesting. They reviewed in August 2024 and then updated on in February. Okay. So let's see what they have to say about the previous version and their edit here. This is a really tough one. It makes me wish Steam would allow a neutral review. The concept of this is top-notch, but it's early access and it shows. Badly needs more variety of enemies. That still applies to now, I think. Bosses and environments, definitely agree. I mean, did you notice that the second zone is a different place? It's a coast, I guess, but it looks very similar to the first one. Let's see. Right now, there's only three levels followed by the same boss every time. Oh, there's only... So here's something that's interesting. Reading an old review, like if a game's been in early access for a while and you're reading a review that's like a year old, that can be outdated, but it can also tell you some things, too. Because if they review a year ago and they say blah, 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 and then you're like, oh, that's the same way it is right now in the game, then you know that game has not had progression in a year over this concept or this feature. So what I'm noticing here is that I believe all this here before the edit was written in August of last year, and so that's not a full year, but that's quite a number of months ago. And they are saying that there are 3 levels followed by the same boss every time. That seems to be consistent to what it is right now. A procedural randomized world random boss at the end, similar to Remnant from the Ashes, would suit this game pretty well, but I guess it's not too randomized. I mean, there's randomized paths, but it's also riddled with so many bugs, from spells not triggered properly to perks being completely permanently erased if you extra reload a save. It sounds like they fixed those bugs, or I didn't see them. Straight up crashes the desktop, haven't seen that. Perks being erased when you reload. Sounds like it was really buggy in August. Graphics are so badly optimized because you can't really move on to the second world, because every spell will cause the FPS to dip down to the 20s. Even our RTX 4090. I think they've improved that too, though I have to ask you guys, was there any frame drops while I was playing?
I did not say any.
Okay, it sounds like they've optimized it. So it sounds like they fixed up bugs and optimization since August, but they did not really add more content. Sounds like it was a polished job, not a content job in that time. That said, this game is a freaking blast. I'm probably going to shelve for a while, hope the devs update and optimize, and I'll come back and hopefully change to a positive review. And then he edited in February. He said the more recent optimization was a step in the right direction from what I could tell, but hasn't completely resolved the issues. The game is still worth a try, but I'm still holding out for the devs to continue updating and optimizing. And they said the devs also responded with, thanks for the feedback. Important to hear what players think. Game's still in development. Optimization is a long thing to improve, and we do our best to address those changes every patch. If there's more feedback you have, let us know. I feel like there's a good game here potentially, but I really hesitate with the price. I feel like this is another one of those games. I think I had a review on Howler for an hour before where I liked the game kind of, and it was in early access, and then I looked at the price tag and I said, no, that's too much for what I'm seeing here. Like, if it was just a little less, I'd be more charitable towards it. But and I kind of feel the same way here. If this game was being sold in early access for 10 rather than 15, I'd be a lot more understanding of it. I think, my personal opinion is that devs should use early access as a testbed for their game. And that means basically making the price approachable so people play, help you playtest, figure out bugs, make suggestions, optimizations, etc. So if you're going to do an early access game, I understand you're trying to fund the development as you go too, but that price tag should not be that high. I think my favorite thing I've seen devs do is it's possible for a dev to change their price as they go through early access and then change their price again when they release in full. There have been some games on Steam where the more content they add, the more they update the price, and I think that's completely fair. Basically, they're like, hey, there's more game to play, so we're going to make the price more expensive. If you bought it early, hey, guess what? You get that more game to play without spending more. But hey, if you're a late adopter, then you spend a bit more. Like, it's completely fair there. But I think a lot of devs make this mistake where they're like, well, we're going to price it pretty much like the full release, or maybe just a little bit less right off the bat. And I think that hurts the game overall because there's going to be less people adopting it early and helping you playtest it and figure out how to get it out of early access and polished up. But also, I just think it's a better sign when you offer a lower price to begin with in early access. It's just a sign of goodwill. It's like, hey, we know that this is early access and that's a risk for you, so here's a lower price, you know? Now, it's possible that this is a lower price. Maybe they intend to charge $20 to $25 upon release or something, and this is actually a good deal price compared to that. But I kind of feel like with what I'm seeing here, if they intend to raise this price even further on full release without an extremely large amount more content, I don't feel like that's fair either. I don't feel like this game is complex or deep enough to justify raising the price further without a lot more going on. But yeah, I just think that if your game is in early access and you want to charge more than $10, you gotta provide a lot to the player. You already gotta have a lot of polish. And I don't think this game's unpolished or anything. I think they've made a lot of improvements in the last few months from what I'm understanding. But yeah, I feel like this is one of those games where I almost recommend it, but think the price tag is too high. Like, if you want to early adopt it, sure. If it's $10, if you see a sale on it or something, sure. But as it stands, I'd wait. So, yeah. I think devs need to do a little bit better job trying to actually offer a deal with their early access. It is a privilege to get people in as early adopters, because they're going to help you bug test and stuff, and don't you think that's worth their time a little bit, that you lower the price a little bit for them? I don't know. You're going to have people having less content and having to be patient for more to be added and stuff, so I don't know. Just offer them a slightly better deal. That's what I think. But, what do you think, Chrysos?
I don't know.
It's okay. I will note, though, I think Steam is kind of doing a bad thing here, though, because the very positive reviews, 272 in total over the development of this game, 14 mixed reviews recently, so that changes the recent reviews to mixed, but if you look at the total number of reviews, I don't know if it's fair to call this recent reviews mixed. It still feels like it's overall a positive, you know? Maybe not a very positive, but a positive at least for overall. I've never quite vibed with the all reviews and recent reviews things that Twitch does, or that Steam does. I kind of feel like recent reviews need to have a larger pool to get a result like that, like at least like 30 maybe. But I digress. I don't know. I feel like it should be proportional to all the reviews or something. Something like that. But I think this game is neat. It definitely has some, just one more go kind of energy, which is definitely a good sign for a roguelike. I hope the devs keep developing it, and I hope they consider not being too ridiculous with the price, especially on full release, because I think ultimately what they have here is not a hugely large-scale roguelike, I feel, even when it does get finished, so charging too much for it would be a bad look, So we'll see what they end up doing, though. I can only make predictions and make suggestions, so we'll see what the future holds for this game. And, well, if you keep an eye on it, I guess you'll know. I don't know if I'll keep an eye on it, to be perfectly honest. We'll see. But, yeah. Serial adds, it's possible for a dev to break a game or fix it in an update, which makes the recent reviews make sense sometimes. True, but while looking at the reviews, I didn't really see anything indicating anything recently done to earn lower reviews, as far as I could tell. And actually, the worst thing the dev did was they took a break for this game for a while, from what I can tell, but then they came back to it. So recently they have been coming back to it and doing more of it. And that's why I got a review key too. They were like, I could tell sometimes devs do that, like, oh, we're back on the project. Let's give out some review keys so we get some more buzz in YouTube videos and stuff. Like, hey, we're back. Everybody knows now. So that's kind of why they probably gave me a key. They want to create the buzz that they're back. But in any ways, though, I was just talking on principle, says Serial. That's fair. Not specifically being this game, but just as a general thing. Yeah, that is possible sometimes. That's why I looked up the reviews. But that was Never Mourn. And I like the concept, and I hope it goes further.